I call the shots, I never call it quits. Trust my intuition, bet it's right and bitch, it often is. Seen too many others come and go, they had the wrong intent. Do it out of love and never for it, then I watch it get bigger than expected. No second guess it, I let it set in. It's God's plan, we out here only accepting blessings. I'm stuck with it, this mindset is terminal. In and out different terminals, leveling up is personal. And I already made it, y'all can miss me. It's hard to believe I made something from nothing. No hindsight discussions, I've been writing, I love it.
Welcome to the 3 Gig Sports Podcast, where we are never wrong, just sometimes misinformed. Danny G sitting alongside Rio and Jimmer today, and we've got a few fun things we're going to try to knock out tonight. We've got a little mock draft we're going to do live here between the three of us, and we definitely have some crazy-ass news going on everywhere. I feel like NBA, we've heard some recent NFL stuff, so let's go ahead and kick it off right now, Jimmer. Actually, you know what? You've got some news to share before that, right?
So, we officially, on just the podcast, we're not talking about YouTube views or anything like that. We officially rolled over 3,000 plays, gentlemen.
Let's go.
3,000 plays. It wasn't that long ago that we made the announcement that we rolled over 1,000.
Yeah, for sure.
So, skyrocketing it up. Appreciate all the support and the continued support from the start. And then, of course, the boom right now. These interviews have definitely been helping, too. So
yeah, I mean, if you like the interviews, definitely, keep listening. And if you're an athlete listening, hit us up.
We did get a shout-out, Rio. Where'd that come from?
From Northwestern University.
On Twitter?
On Twitter, man.
On Twitter.
Shout us out.
Yeah.
For our last podcast with the champ, Ryan Deacon.
The champ.
We had a hell of a March, too. We were over 8,000 plays on podcast and YouTube views.
Yeah.
So, shit be popping.
She's taking care of business. Before we get into normal sporting news, I'm going to go ahead and give my ventilation of my wonderful life events right now.
Ventilation.
Yeah, ventilations. So, been in the process of moving. Not the heavy version quite yet, just odds and ends, kind of moving over that way. And I go to Beauchart in the building. Beauchart. Go over to been busy. So been in my vehicle. I think I told you this morning. I got hopped in my vehicle to take kids to school at 7:50 or so. You're the man. At 7:50 this morning, did not get out of my vehicle for the most part. I mean, except for going into a store or going this, that, and the other, until I got back home at 2 p.m. 6 hours. One of those was Walmart. So Danny refreshed my memory as to why. I was not fucking happy. Go to Walmart. I decide I'm getting myself a new TV for the man cave at my new house. And I spoil myself a little bit. Yeah, I got myself a big ass TV, right? And this guy's like, "Hey, it'll take, if it's on the floor in the back, like on a pallet, it'll take 5 minutes." He's like, "If it's up in the rack or anything like that, it's gonna take about 15." I'm like, okay. He's like, I will up to the front anyway. So if you have some more shopping, I'm like, actually, I'm already done, but I'll go stand up there and wait. It's fine. Stand up there and wait. Nobody's checking out. I'm telling you, nobody. I finally, just before I see him, people start coming in, and I'm talking about waves, almost coming out of every orifice of Walmart up towards the goddamn checkouts. Still not irritated yet. I see him coming up. I'm like, all right, here we go. Well, people got ahead of me in the one line that I had. This is where the frustration starts building. It's a lot easier instead of doing self-checkout when you're buying an item that they need to walk over to get anyways because they need to scan it. So I'm going through a real one. And first off, the mass amount of people that are there for one main reason. Because this is at 11:30 is when I was about to checking out, somewhere in that ballpark. Okay. Might have been 11:15. Either way. But all these people it is the first of the month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stamping on it, baby.
Yeah, stamping on it.
Yeah, stamping on it.
Well, just everything in general. Like I'm talking about any type of benefit you could possibly get. Not to mention older people who have nothing to do anyway, because then that's who's up in Walmart normally about that time. But then you add all those monthly ones. I'm like, good God. Well, I'm going through a line, and most of them seem like they're going slow because everyone has like mass groceries. I find the one line that does not have like 7 people in it with a bunch of piles of groceries in them. This woman is the slowest fucking worker I've ever seen in my life. And I appreciate anyone that works because it's a rarity. There's everyone hiring everywhere. Nobody wants to work. But damn, that woman needs to be on that monthly paycheck system. Because it is literally swipe. She walked away unprofessionally at least once in the middle of one.
That's that hourly wage.
I'm like,
motion.
Oh my God. So my plan was to surprise my wife with lunch, right? I told you I got in that line probably 11:15. Fuck, it might have even been sooner than that because I thought I had like over an hour to kill before I'd have to go meet her by noon. I'd have to pick up lunch and go there, but that's along the way. I literally pulled in at her work with the food at noon exactly. Now, all I did was get dog food and a goddamn TV, and I'm not a lollygagger shopper. I'm in and out. I know what I'm getting, and that's what I get, right? Oh, I'm just sorry. Just had to vent a little bit.
Hey, respect to all you people that don't want to work right now. It's a scary time. I get it.
For sure.
You don't want to go in and get sick or you don't want anything to happen like that. Just stay home and stay in the bubble. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Online ordering, baby. Come on. Some online orders. I see, like, one of the people were, like, getting food for their...
I do like that. You put it in, you roll up, and, like, dial a number or whatever, and they walk out with it.
Then you don't have to deal with shit like what I had to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's so stupid.
No, the reason I even thought of that was because on the rare occasion where Sam's like, hey, you want to go to Mason with me or whatever, if she says she's going to Walmart, I have to make sure what fucking day it is because I will not go there like the first week of the month.
Or the 15th.
It's just not going to happen.
1st or 15th?
I guess I don't usually think about the 15th, but you're right.
But definitely the 1st. The 1st is usually the heavy one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Time
I don't usually hit that. What I usually hit when I go into those lines is I hit the old lady who her driver's license expired and she doesn't know where other one's at and really slow trying to get everything out of her buggy and whatnot. Everything's going on like that. And then to top it off, they're writing a check out. So
I had an 85-year-old woman behind me that said that the cashier lady was slow. And this woman couldn't bend over because she dropped something, and she couldn't bend over all the way to do it. If she's saying that the woman doing the checkout is slow, you know something isn't right?
She's slow, yeah.
All right. So, after that, sporting news.
News and notes, baby. What's up?
News and notes. The Dodgers and the White Sox swapped outfielder AJ Pollock and closer Craig Kimbrel on Friday. A rare 1-for-1 trade with no money exchanged. Dodgers get Kimbrel, who has 372 career saves and a 2.18 career ERA. The Sox get Pollock, who last year hit 297, 21 homers, and 69 RBIs with the OPS of 892.
Yeah, just White Sox getting better and better. They already had a decent outfield and add him out there. I'm not sure what the Dodgers had for bullpen arms.
I think this one helped. They needed a closer.
Mm-hmm.
That gives I think it's like Teenan. Is that his name? Last name Teenan. Gives him more versatility just in the bullpen in general. Yep. So it kind of helps. Helps both situations.
Yeah, for sure.
So the White Sox already had a closer. So Kimbrel got traded, I do believe, last year from the Cubs to the Sox. And Kimbrel with the Cubs had 21, 22 saves that season up to that point. I think he only had one save with the White Sox because I think they already had one. They just used him as rotational.
Mm-hmm.
So he was something that they didn't really necessarily need, and they got something that they did. So
yeah, and the Dodgers don't need the bats, right?
No.
So if anything, just bolster that. And
yeah. They also they got a couple young guys coming up through the system. Garrett Crockett, I think, is his name. Crockett, maybe. He's a flamethrower, and so probably letting them test out a few different arms there in the bullpen on the back end side.
The rich getting richer.
Yeah, they're going to be a problem for sure.
Well, not for the Twins.
Uh,
I think I heard the same thing last year. I was here in World
He's a
Series
little more
chance.
boisterous last year.
He
Last year
was.
he was, yeah, he was feeling it.
I was. Everyone was.
Everybody
was.
was, though.
To be fair, everyone
The
was.
ESPN was predicting
Yeah,
World
their
Series.
World Series. run.
That's where you went wrong, right there.
Yeah. That just to center everything.
See, I could have told you they weren't going to. See, that's why we should
Just-
start this podcast sooner.
just
I could have told you that.
just to center some things for you in life. Can you tell me who owns the single season record for home runs by a club?
I do know.
Who's that?
It's now the Twins.
Oh, okay. And that was recent too. That wasn't
That was,
like you going back
what, 2
40
years ago?
years.
Was
Yeah.
it 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, did it win them anything?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, well, games in the regular season,
Yeah.
and then
yeah.
it was already set up that they go ahead and play the Yankees in the first round like normal.
Always.
What,
yeah.
what happens when the Twins play the Yankees?
Oh, we're
It's not good.
we're the little brother. We're not even the in between brother. We're the little one.
Yeah,
Like the oops.
the little adopted
Oopsie.
brother. Yeah.
Yeah. Umpires will now be equipped with an on-field microphone to inform the crowd and television audience of replay reviews, beginning with exhibition games at stadiums this weekend. MLB announced Friday. So kind of just doing what the NFL does. So they'll also be telling you like who's like very verbal, telling you like who's challenging, what they're challenging before they go over there.
And that's good because
That is good.
sometimes you know it'd be kind of a what are they challenging? What are they talking about?
Yeah.
I like it.
That one doesn't bug me.
Yeah.
This came across not that long ago. Mets ace Jacob Degrom was scheduled for an MRI on his right shoulder and scratched from his scheduled spring training start Friday. He will miss significant time with a stress reaction in his right scapula.
Yeah. Man, they had a good rotation going on, especially with him at the top of it. That's gonna hurt.
That guy.
That guy.
He's ridiculous anyway. You remember when he was so his ERA was sub 0.5.
Yeah.
Yep.
And do you
So
remember when
good.
he gave up one run finally?
Yeah.
He was pissed.
Yeah.
He wasn't pissed
He's so
about his
good.
overall record because the Mets just blow and they just waste his ERA and his talent.
Yeah.
But he was pissed that he gave up one run.
Yeah.
I hope he comes back healthy and stronger. Actually, so. The United States men's national team has qualified for the World Cup.
Hell yeah.
They missed the last World Cup in 2018. They have drawn Group B, and their first opponent is England.
Okay.
Ouch.
That's
Tough draw.
I was gonna say tough draw first round for sure, but congrats on making it.
Yeah.
We got to start somewhere. I mean,
Yeah.
we're not going to be able to compete yet, but we got there. Now we just got to keep developing that talent, and we'll be competitive in, a few years, but at least we got there. We'll take that.
Oh, absolutely. Jerry Jones has paid nearly $3 million to the woman who says she is his biological daughter, including her full tuition at SMU and a $70,000 Range Rover on her 16th birthday, and to her mother, according to
Shut up.
according to the Little Rock, Arkansas lawyer who delivered the payments on behalf of the Dallas Cowboys owner.
Oh my gosh.
Lawyer Don Jack said that he made regular payments on Jones' behalf to Alexandra Davis. This is a lot of money for someone that isn't your kid.
Yeah.
Where we at? What do you got?
Now I'm flipping back to the other side. It's all about money.
Yeah.
She's getting it now. She's like, oh man, I can make a whole lot more.
Yeah, he
if
paid for her school. Fucking Range Rover?
Range Rover
I'm
brand
what?
new.
I'm surprised you're going that way. This actually makes me feel like I'm solidified in mine even more, because she was already getting millions and millions of dollars.
Right, but looking at the end game, you're like, man, I'm getting this. If he actually comes out and claims me as a kid, I can get a billionaire.
Maybe, but I'm not. I don't even think it's that. I really think it is about him. I want you to say I'm your daughter. Not necessarily about because a DNA test will get him part of that money anyway. Because you remember, who was it? I thought it was you that told me, or maybe I can't remember. Someone was telling me that you need to make sure when you do a will, If you don't want to leave money to somebody on purpose, you need to still have their name in there.
Yeah.
You need to put their name in there. I think it was you, right?
It was me, yeah.
You need to put saying, hey, I want to leave Danny Groves $1. It's so that they can't go back after I'm dead and then say they just forgot about me. So that's the reason why I'm solidified the other way. I think she literally just because she could have just laid low, wait for this dude to die. He was going to die anytime anyways, right? He's up there in age. Waited and then been like, hey, because he's not going to put her in the suit or in the will, right?
Yeah.
And then she can go that route too. She works for a state senator. I don't think this is about money. I really don't. I am full-fledged that this is about, Jerry, I'm your daughter. How am I not your daughter? You're buying me shit on a regular basis. You don't pay $70,000 for a Range Rover and for me to go to college if I'm not related.
So which lawyer said all that? Was it her lawyer or Jerry's?
Jerry's, the one that would, in Arkansas, that would go deliver these payments secretly.
See, isn't that even crazier that Jerry's lawyer would say that? Just because now it's like more and more evidence, like, you are her dad, dude. Just say it, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy that the lawyer would actually come out and say that. I know they're trying to make the money hungry thing.
Oh, I think it's extortion, right?
That's what he's trying to do now, yeah.
He's trying to flip.
Oh, okay.
But if it was about extortion, I just don't know. I'm not convinced. This isn't, to me, you took it a different way, which is fine. I took it as solidifies my story even more. I think she just wants, I want to be able to call you daddy in public. And not in the sexual way. You know?
All my boyfriends.
All my boyfriends daddy. Not in like that type of fashion. I want you to acknowledge me as your daughter. That's it. She has one hell of a career. What's $1 billion versus $1 million?
A lot.
It may be a lot, but like, what are you really doing more than what she already is? Otherwise, she'd just be living off that 2.5 anyway. She wouldn't have even advanced her career because she's like in a state senator's office. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah, I get you.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking the other way. Like, she's definitely after the money. I thought that from the beginning, but I think now even more. Like, she's been spoiled her whole life, it sounds like.
Right.
Now she's like, I need to make sure I get the rest.
The rest.
Right. The rest of her cut, right?
Right,
Like,
exactly.
Her cut.
Yeah.
Damn. All right. I got a warm whiskey wager on this
She's
one.
basically a politician, and you think she's innocent?
No, she's not a politician yet.
Yet. All right, bro.
I'm not saying that she ain't seeing some of this shit. That ain't what I'm getting at.
You know who came from Arkansas, right?
I just seen
You
Bill
know,
Clinton.
The Clintons?
Yeah.
Including Hillary?
Yeah.
You understand that?
Your favorite politician.
Yeah.
Well,
Ever?
brothers, sisters, whatever. Oh, that isn't where she's from though. Remember? Wasn't it? I thought it was Carolina.
Oklahoma?
No.
No, it was Arkansas. It was Little Rock, Arkansas. She was.
The
mom.
lady was in the
Yeah.
airport. Yep, that's right. I'm still, until we see otherwise. We're all on different wavelengths. I'm going the other way, so we'll see. Let's get to the hot topic that was our last episode, but we didn't have as much information. Bruce Arians said Thursday that it was always his dream to hand a head coaching job to a member of his staff, and that reports of friction between he and Tom Brady couldn't be further from the truth. Arians, who will be moving into the Bucs front office this season, while defensive coordinator Todd Bowles takes over as head coach, also said his family played a big part in his decision, and there was no better time than right now to make the move. A number of people have already asked, why are you stepping away from a chance to go to the Hall of Fame and win another Super Bowl? Because I don't give a shit about the Hall of Fame, Arians said during his Thursday news conference. Succession is way important to me. This has been my dream for a long time. Guys that know me, they knew I want one of my guys to take over. Are you buying it?
Man, thank God he's able to live out his dream, Rio.
Yeah.
He's been thinking about this for a long time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just handing over the keys to a Super Bowl team.
Right. Hand it over. And see, that's where it comes in for me. Everybody's not going to talk about, oh, you should go in the Hall of Fame because this and that. They're going to remember that Tom Brady, you basically got gifted a Super Bowl contending team with the greatest quarterback that will ever go down in history of the NFL. It's like, that's what it comes down to, I think, on that aspect. Not buying it. Like I said, I think Bruce is the kind of guy that wants all the power. in his coaching spot. And I think he wasn't getting it with Tom.
Can I give you a few things before you do yours, and maybe you got a little more to it? There's a few funny things about this. He could have stepped away at any point while Tom Brady was out, number one.
Yeah.
Number two, as soon as he announced, I don't know if you guys know this, I think you did mention it, Tom Brady sent on Instagram like a heartfelt, I miss you or whatever, you're great, blah, blah, blah. That was sent like less than 5 minutes or some shit after his retirement announcement. So it's almost like it was pre-printed sitting in the outbox ready to hit that play button. But go ahead.
Yeah, there was no indication that he was going to retire before this. If this has been your plan, then there would have been talk of it. People would have heard about it. Meanwhile, he's talking about looking forward to the season and everybody coming back and all that stuff. But then all of a sudden, you're like, yep, I'm happy to retire. I'm going to go into the wherever in the office, right, is where he's going. Like, no, it's bullshit. But, I mean, on the bright side, maybe that's going to be better for the team. Brady's going to have a little more control over what's going on, and maybe they need that after what happened last year. So,
yeah, maybe he's trying to put a stamp on a Hall of Fame career by doing it without Tom Brady, with, a low-tier quarterback. And then when he come back, he's like, well, fuck that.
Oh, yeah.
So that's an interesting that's an interesting part of it. Because he obviously the talk was you won a Super Bowl, which is awesome. You're one of the better coaches of all time, But you still won with the guy that is considered the GOAT at quarterback.
Yeah.
So I'm not completely buying it. I think he thought this through. And I believe he really did leave this to Todd Bowles intentionally. I really do believe that part. I don't think it was the reason why he stepped away, but I really do believe that he did that on purpose. He left it to Bowles. Bowles, by the way, goes back through Bruce Arians' history. I didn't realize how far back. Obviously, not just the Cardinals, because he was there as a defense coordinator at one point. He actually, when Bruce Arians was at Temple, Todd Bowles played the defensive back for Temple at that time. So they go back quite a ways. I believe he did hand him over the keys because he likes to be diverse and everything like that. He has one of the most diverse coaching staffs and assistants in the league, right? He had one of the first females, the whole works, right? He handed the keys over to a guy that the last time you had a shot, you had the shitty Jets, and that's not fair to anybody. Now you get to actually show what you can bring on a winning culture. But I still don't believe that's the reason he actually.
All right, I'll meet you in the middle. So I don't, and I appreciate you for bringing that up. I know you don't really believe it, but I don't think that was the case because they didn't start re-signing everybody until after Brady said he was coming back.
Yes,
right. Yeah. So I don't think that was the case, but I'm happy to meet in the middle and say, you know what? Like I could see them saying, listen, Brady doesn't want you here, so we got to figure something out. And he's like, if you let me pick my successor, I'll go quietly. If you don't, this shit is going to be a shitstorm.
And play the game.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I could see kind of a mix of both things going on. Brady did want him out. I mean, it's been reported for a while, right?
Yeah, it had been getting leaked and everything like that. And Todd Bowles is a perfect guy for him anyway. Todd Bowles is a defensive-minded coach. He'll focus on that part of it. And he's not a very loud-spoken guy either. It isn't like he's going to be shouting or beating up anything. He's going to know that I have Tom Brady to go ahead and run the offense. I'll run the defense. You keep your nose out of my shit. I'll keep my nose out of yours while we try to hit the same goal here before you retire. Yeah. But still show the same thing. So I think that's a perfect coach for what he wants to do. I think we're all in agreement. When there's smoke, there's fire, gentlemen. And it's been going on for a while. We heard this towards the end of last season before their final game anyway, right? Yep. We had heard rumblings. And then after that, then there was evidently even more after that final game. And so I think this was Tom Brady saying, I showed you I would retire. And then he had a conversation with him. And he's like, here's the deal. I'll come back. We can do another run. But I'm sorry, I can't do it under him. So, and then maybe there's a second phase like what you're saying. Bruce is like, all right, but I get to pick the guy. And if that's the case, if not, then we can go ahead and let it be known that Tom Brady is the reason why this is happening.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, former Seahawks linebacker Bobby Wagner agreed to terms on a 5-year contract with the Super Bowl champion Rams on Thursday. Financial terms were not disclosed, but sources say the deal is for $50 million and can be worth up to $65 million if Wagner reaches incentives. Initial reactions.
Awesome signing. Great. I think they're going to be one of the top contenders, if not favorite, right off the bat again.
The myth of the salary cap again.
Myth of the salary cap is there looming large.
Yeah.
And here's another thing. I think they've literally have sold their soul for the next about 3 years, and then they're gonna suck.
Oh, it's gonna be bad.
They're gonna suck for, I could say, 8-10 years.
Miles and everyone else that is a Rams fan, enjoy this little run right here, because it is gonna be devastatingly painful for your franchise, your fan base.
Mm-hmm. I think
no.
What?
No. I would take that.
Oh, I would take it.
If we got some Super Bowl runs, if we got a Super Bowl, I would be happy as hell.
No. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm clearly. No, Danny.
If you're
that's
a
what
fan,
I'm clearly saying.
You love it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm clearly saying. Enjoy it right now.
Yeah. You
enjoy
got to.
every second of this.
Yeah.
Because you're going to suck for a solid 5 to 10 years afterwards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You don't give away all your draft picks for aging I'd say middle of their prime or late in their prime.
Right.
To aging superstars and it not come back and nip you in the ass because they've done nothing to recoup those guys either.
Right.
That's what I was getting at. Enjoy every second of it because I would love every second of it too.
Every second, yeah.
Right. They signed Stafford to a 4-year deal. So I would say the next 3 years, right, then it's going to be over and they're going to be bad for a while after that.
Are they going to be able to bring OBJ back at this point?
Yeah. Yeah, the salary cap doesn't exist.
Have you heard all the rumblings of him wanting to go back to Cleveland now?
Yeah, I've seen that.
So he's got a lot of people.
A lot of people in his ear.
I'm not making the claim that I'm not going ballsy and saying he is for 100% certain going there. I'm not going to make a claim where he is going. What I am going to say is that it'd be hard for me to believe that he's going anywhere but LA. They wouldn't have traded Robert Woods if they didn't have full confidence they were bringing him back, or if they had a contingency plan because you need another receiver.
Didn't that go down though before the Deshaun deal got whipped out?
Yeah.
So.
No, they don't control any part of this. That is what I'm saying. I'm just saying.
Who did they bring in though? I can't remember who they brought in.
They did bring in another receiver.
Yeah.
Allen Robinson.
Yeah.
So
that could be. You know?
It could be. Yeah. So maybe it's not that far fetched. That's the reason why I'm saying I'm not committing to. Yeah. I'm just saying that I think that I do take their word for what they want, and they do want him back badly. I think they will pay him. They'll find a way, like we just talked about. It's whether he can get more somewhere else if he wants to go there to Cleveland versus going back to L.A. Right. I don't know why you wouldn't want to go back to L.A. because Cleveland knows how to shit down their drawers anyways, number one. Number two, you're in L.A., so you're going to get plenty of notoriety and endorsements and stuff like that.
Yep.
But I wouldn't be shocked either because you go there, you be the legit number one receiver right out of the gate for Deshaun Watson. It's got to be one of those two, though, right?
I think so.
Yeah. I'd imagine. You know, they were talking about he was pretty excited to see Deshaun Watson go out there, so you automatically a big upgrade at quarterback. You have your stud running backs there, stud tight ends. You got Amari Cooper on the other side. You know, I think it's almost a perfect setup in Cleveland.
Do they
way tougher road to the Super Bowl if he's worried about winning, right?
Do they all want him back though? And then if you want to keep the Baker Mayfield for the first few games, like you're saying that, like you're still sticking to, which I stuck to the Giants till the end of the season too. So, but let's say they do, right? Would you really want to bring him in the building and then Baker's still going to be your quarterback for the first six?
Maybe he'll quit. He'll fist fight him in the hallway and quit. Yeah. He'll be like, I retire.
I still don't see there's no way that Baker stays there, especially with Jacoby Brissett. So I think he'd be okay being the one guy that, because Jacoby has shown that he'll target one guy. You know what I'm saying? Just force feed somebody. I'm not saying that's a good thing, but that keeps the wide receivers happy.
It's crazy if you think about it, because I think you're probably right. I think they probably end up just cutting Baker, right? At this point, within a year, you would have cut your number one wide receiver, and you're at that time a year ago starting quarterback. Just like you can't try to get something out of him. Like that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
You know, it's Cleveland. Cleveland being Cleveland.
It is. I don't know. We're at the point though, right? I think we're almost all in agreement. If he doesn't stay there for the first few games that you're hanging on to, the only other option that we believe that's going to happen is that he will be cut, right? Like if he would have been traded, it would already happen.
The Browns' hands is already kind of like the Cowboys and Amari Cooper. The Browns' hands is already on the table, so everybody can just go, nope, not whatever, and then if you want him, we ought make him a decent offer.
Yeah. So we're all in agreement on that part. Then. So if anything does happen other than him staying, it's going to be he's going to be cut.
Yeah.
Because nobody's going to trade for him.
Yep.
Okay.
I think that's. Yeah, I'm still sticking with they may try to keep him because I do think he's better than Jacoby. I was actually thinking about this.
He's better than Jacoby?
Yes. Yep. Yeah, I think he gives him a better shot to win more games than Jacoby.
Oh. I like the athleticism of Jacoby.
I'm listening. Why? Why do you think so?
I think he's more athletic than Jacoby. Can move better. Have you seen Jacoby move in the pocket?
I have.
Not great. The big old braces he wears on his knees, not great.
Maybe, but so old boy's being held together with super glue and tape.
That was his shoulders
and his knees too. Remember, it
but
got
not big old braces. Like I don't know if you've seen the one on Jacoby Brissett was wearing, but it was like a lineman brace.
Oh, was that the Dolphins one though?
Yeah.
So that was the one where he came back in from injury though.
Oh, he played several games like that.
I think they had to though. Remember,
they didn't have nobody
because it was between him and Tua had that thumb fracture.
Oh yeah.
Remember, so they were kind of like we had nobody. It's gonna be between you two. Kind of split duties here.
Yeah.
You get banged up. You're already in there banged up. Oh, then we'll roll him. That's kind of, and I could be 100% wrong or misinformed, but I think Jacoby is better. I really do. Because I don't think Baker's a starting quarterback in this league. Not a consistent starting quarterback. I don't think Jacoby is either. But I still think if it were between those two, I'd rather have Jacoby Brissett as my backup quarterback between those two.
Yeah, I think I would too. I'm
definitely not Sean
Rio
Mannion.
must have thought about this a lot.
I did.
He's pretty low on Baker, so he must have thought about this.
I was thinking about it. I was like, you know what? Now, and I was thinking about because I've watched some of the Dolphins game. I was like, he just did not look great. I was like, you know what? I'd rather have Baker out there, competing and winging it downfield than Brissett. He was just so inaccurate at times, and and it just seemed. And you bring up the point, not mobile, but because of the injury or whatever. But I think Baker's going to be more mobile. I'd probably have to lean Baker, but barely.
Are you talking about in general or just with the Browns?
For the Browns.
Because that system
Browns.
too.
Yep.
So that system's going into your debate also. Gotcha.
Just for them to hold on to win games till Deshaun, whatever, I think they would roll with him. The system, right? Same coach, same everything. I would think they themselves would just be like, he gives us a little bit better shot to win. And I think, like I said, I also think he's a little bit better quarterback than Jacoby Brissett.
I do think they're pretty close, so that's not bad. Yeah, I understand where you're going.
Yep. So I can't remember if I said this on the previous one. Remember a couple episodes ago I was pissed because I forgot two little tidbits. I haven't brought up the Buffalo Bills, right, in their stadium?
No.
Okay. I didn't think so I'm putting it in here. So the Buffalo Bills announced a 30-year agreement to play in a new stadium that's set to open in 2026. State and county taxpayers will be asked to commit $850 million in public funds toward construction of the new stadium, which has a state projected price tag of $1.4 billion. This is no different than the Viking Stadium, by the way. This is about that same price tag, too.
Is it?
It's about the same price tag. I think it was 1.2, 1.3. But I think that's about pretty damn close to the same amount that the taxpayers pitched in.
Okay.
Why are the taxpayers having to pay any part of these?
These owners
any part.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Any part.
The revenue.
They don't.
The revenue to the city,
To
taxes,
the city.
all the taxes off of all the food, the parking, the everything, every Sunday.
That's the reason why
that's how they sell it.
That's also the reason why these stadiums are so ridiculously overpriced when you want to buy a beer and food.
Yep.
Versus Arthur Blank, I would have to look up the full facts, but his is mostly him. That's the reason why, like beers and a hot dog, you can actually get away with $20 and get one of each minimum. You You can buy that stuff at his stadium. He takes pride in it. He's like, we're not going to overcharge people to come watch a football game on Sunday,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that where you were trying to get tube steak in the bathroom up there at
Hey,
the
you
Minnesota
don't
game?
worry about what I got to do to get a goddamn can of beer. That's like gold up there, baby.
I walked
I'm
in.
just trying to eat.
I walked in and walked out. I was
Dude,
like, I don't know what's happening.
I don't know. Would a $20 bill is what it'd take for 2 beers?
Yeah. It was about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So, will you go ahead and park one in the back? Yep. Maybe you leave the case of beer just sitting out there on the side. Is what it is, right?
Just comes out looking defeated. Just Just
right?
head down.
Head down, shaking.
Yeah,
He's like, damn it, I woke up a Christian today.
You nasty. You nasty. WNBA icons Swin Cash, NBA stars Manu Ginobili and Tim Hardaway, former longtime NBA head coach George Karl, and West Virginia head coach Bob Huggins are among those reportedly set to be inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame class of 22. A formal announcement of the 16-member 22 class is expected Saturday.
Who'd you say for NBA players?
Manu Ginobili and Tim Hardaway.
All right. I didn't know if you caught mono or not. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and tell you. I have no problem with the Manu one.
We went back and forth about that early in our podcast days here. That's a tough one, right?
It's a tough one, but he's like the sixth man. He was the ultimate sixth man. He created the not created the Eurostep, but he heavily introduced it.
He's got a lot of,
he was the third. He was the third. Yeah, a lot of overseas stuff.
Yep.
Or not overseas. He's Brazil, right?
Spain. Right?
Spain.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's
okay,
right.
I was mixing up. So he has a lot of that in there too. But he's also he was the third superstar on that team that a lot of people just don't, of those championship winning teams, right? Huge part of them.
Yeah.
I disagree heavily with the Tim Hardaway.
Me too.
Yeah.
That is not, when I say Tim Hardaway, when I see Tim Hardaway, when you see the name, you do not think Hall of Famer.
No.
I mean that with all due respect. He was highly entertaining to watch.
You got to say that first, but.
With all due respect. Yeah, that means you can say what you want, right?
Yeah, but you got to say it before you say this fucked up shit, right?
Oh, my bad.
That's not how we do it.
No.
Eh.
No. What is
But
it?
yeah, no, I think we agree.
We're reactive, not proactive.
Whatever. Yeah.
Okay. So, but that being said, there's no way that you look at that and you see Hall of Fame.
Yeah, no.
I would put Penny Hardaway in before Tim Hardaway because the impact he had on the game and like the culture.
Impact. It was short. Right?
It was very short, but the culture of the game,
Yep.
like in what he brought, everybody. If you weren't Jordan, you were, because there was anti-Jordan Bulls, fans and stuff. You quickly jumped onto the Orlando Magic with Anthony Hardaway, Penny Hardaway, and Shaq.
Shaq and Penny could have been something.
Yeah,
man.
and then Nick Anderson.
Yeah.
So they had. So he actually, to me, meant more to the NBA and the game of basketball than Tim Hardaway. Even though Tim Hardaway was entertaining to watch, but
Yeah, I'm not big on that one either.
yeah, entertaining, not Hall of Famer.
Correct.
The rest I don't really have a problem with, of the ones that have been announced so far.
Yeah. What'd you say, George Karl?
George
I
Karl,
think
well worth it.
well,
Number 2, I think, in all-time wins.
Yeah.
Bob Huggins of West Virginia. Seems like he's always in the tourney. He's always has a competing, battling team.
Yep.
His teams are always ranked, I swear to God, in the top 5 in defense. They only give up like 50 points a game or something like that. They only score 52 points a game, but
Yeah.
but
Yeah, you never know. Like, seeing them in the tournament, you know that they're going to do well, but you never know any of the players on the team. It seems like until they make that run, and then you're like, oh shit.
Of the players that I just told you, it's probably technically Swin Cash. It was by far, without a doubt, right?
Yeah.
For because it's WNBA, but
Yeah. Yep.
Should be clear cut and Manu because it's overseas stuff. We didn't think about the overseas stuff. Giannis Antetokounmpo became the Milwaukee Bucks all-time leading scorer, breaking Hall of Famer Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's franchise mark of 14,201 points after scoring 44 points Thursday. By the way, against the Nets, where they came from behind.
Clutch.
And he hit a clutch 3 to send it into overtime, I do believe.
Yeah, to send it to overtime. Yeah.
And then made 2 clutch free throws to finish her off to move his total to 14,216 points. Impressed?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. He's what Damian Lillard wants to be. Damian Lillard wants to be the...
Was that 7 inches taller?
No. I'm saying he wants to be I stayed here, repping my team, and I built him to a championship.
Yeah.
He's exactly what Dame Lillard wants to be. But he's got... The team has helped him in pieces.
Right. Milwaukee has done it right. Like,
correct.
They did hit, and it doesn't hit very often like this, right? They did hit on like a Chris Middleton, who's a perfect number 2. That's like... I'm not saying he's the same thing.
I think he made a step after he arrived, personally. I mean...
Chris?
Yes. Yep. I think he elevated his game when he got there. And maybe that could be with Giannis maybe doing it for him. Yep. But I think he elevated his game when he got there. But, yeah, perfect number 2 for sure.
Yeah, sure, and built it up. And then they made a couple key trades here and there.
Yeah, Holiday was huge.
Drew Holiday.
Yeah, huge.
Just a nice, quiet teammate that's pretty damn good, you know. Yeah. I think he averages like 15, 7, and, 4 or some shit like that. But either way, all these pieces, his franchise has helped him.
Yeah.
They've done it the harder way because nobody wants to go to Milwaukee, but they've made it work and they've done it, right?
Mm-hmm. It just seems like every big game Giannis is in, he comes up with 40 or 50 fucking points, man. Yeah. Like he's playing up to these teams.
So it has brought him into the MVP conversation now.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to get it, and I don't think he should get it. Oh, it wouldn't hurt my feelings if he did. It isn't like I'd be pounding the table if he did, but this is Joker. This
I was going to say all the way.
This is nobody else is in the ballpark, I don't think.
You're just balling and, man, leading that team,
and doing it without Jamal Murray.
Yeah, the big thing for him is his stats are better than last year, and he's had no help, right?
Right.
And they're playing fine. They're not great. They're not as good as they were, but they're in the playoff hunt. They're middle of the pack, I think, if I think about it right. The only person that's probably in the conversation is Embiid, but he's got a lot more surrounding him too. So I think that kind of hurts him in this sense, like between those two.
Yeah.
I don't know. Would you put anybody else in the conversation besides maybe those two?
It was kind of Ja, but I think what actually hurts Ja is that they actually have one hell of a record without him on the court. They really do.
Yeah,
I think they only have like 3 losses or
2
something.
2 or 3, yeah.
And he's missed quite a few games actually. I mean, early part of the season, a couple stragglers here and there where he sat out.
Yeah, 18-2, something like that. Yeah, you're right. That's a good point.
So that hurts. Yeah. Like it hurts and it's good all at the same time. It's good for your team. But it hurts that that they're able to win without you too.
Yeah.
Yep.
For an MVP conversation. Xavier Musketeers rally past Texas A&M to win their first NIT championship since 1958.
Good for them.
Former. You mother.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Put some respect on this.
Respect on it. It's still the NIT tournament. They still had to go through it, and they played in the championship. So usually.
Hold on. It was more a slide at Texas A&M than anything.
Okay. But
I disagree, fucker.
Well, he has no respect for it, but usually the two teams that make it there were bubble teams.
Jimmer's like, Iowa's in NIT, and then they lose in the championship game.
At least they played in the championship.
And the next year, I think Texas at least won the NIT.
Yeah, they did. They did. And you have a bragging point. It's still winning a big tournament. It's just not the tournament, obviously.
With all due respect, though, it was a slide toward Texas A&M.
Okay. Former Iowa Hawkeye Jack Nunge made the go-ahead basket with 3.1 seconds left to win 73-72. He was a grad. I don't know if he's a grad transfer, but I think he was from last year. He was if you watch any Hawkeye basketball, he was the one that would back up Garza. He'd come in off the bench.
Okay. I seen. I don't know. I don't follow Iowa basketball that close. So, but was it Toussaint is leaving?
No.
Right?
I don't think so. I think you're thinking of no way.
Yeah, he's all over his Twitter.
Yeah, I think I saw that too.
Joe Toussaint is?
Yeah,
Stop.
Yes, yep.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yep,
I thought you were talking about Ogundele.
No.
Because I see he's transferring, which whatever. What?
Yep.
That's one of my favorite Hawkeyes right there.
Yeah, he's leaving.
So, fuck off. Like, why do you gotta be mean?
Sorry,
like, you could have just kept that to yourself. Like, I think he's doing that on purpose. I think you're lying. April Fools?
I was trying to interview
April
him.
Fools.
I was trying to send him a message, see, and especially when I saw he was leaving, I was like, oh, I wonder.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's chat about it.
Yeah, that motherfucker. I can't even say motherfuckers. He's very fun to watch. He's a high energy guy. So
yeah,
best of luck to you in your next one. I don't know why he would. He was a starter, and he's getting better every single year. I don't know why you'd pull now, but must be something. Former U.S. women's national team star goalkeeper Hope Solo was arrested after she was found passed out behind the wheel of a vehicle in North Carolina with her 2-year-old twins inside, police said. Police report said Solo was arrested on Thursday in a shopping center parking lot in Winston-Salem and charged with driving while impaired, resisting public officer, and misdemeanor child abuse. She has been released from jail and has a court date of June 28th, the report indicated.
That's horrible. When was the first time you ever heard of Hope Solo?
Her butthole?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, did I say that out loud?
Yeah. No.
Well, technically, I heard of her because she caused a couple of stirring controversies while she was with the national team and everything.
Yeah, that was the first time I heard.
But
of
where
her.
she actually made
Captured
me realize,
your heart?
Yeah, I don't know about capturing my heart. That asshole was blown out, bro. That was one blown out biscuit.
That looks like yours after a shift as improv.
She's one of those girls that goes by one of my mottos, and don't talk about it, be about it. She didn't just talk about that anal. She actually did her.
Jesus Christ.
I just want to be
You've seen it too.
I did.
I just want to be upfront since I don't work at Zinpro. I don't know what you're talking about.
Was this have anything to do with Zinpro?
I don't work at Zinpro and I don't know what this is.
Hope Solo?
Yeah, the anal shit. I don't know.
You haven't seen Hope Solo's butthole?
No.
So what?
So
was that
your
picture leaked?
Yeah. No, she cut. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Leaked.
It was a bit. It was
pictures
hold
of
on.
her.
Boshart, do you know about this?
It wasn't a picture.
Thank you. All right.
No, there's plenty of people I know about Hope Solo's butthole.
Yeah.
So shit, there's a bunch of pictures leaked
out.
But this one is like, Jesus Christ, what the hell? It's like, rah.
That was the first time. Jesus, we went off on a tangent, but I was just trying to say that was the first time I heard of her, and we ended up talking about.
You jumped on it so quick. I was like, oh, well, how the fuck do I not know?
Dude,
what's
that's
going on?
been quite a while.
Yeah,
ago.
this was a while ago. That was the first time.
First
I ever
off,
heard
you
of
need
her.
to get your porn game up.
Yeah,
bro.
I guess I do. I need
what the hell is your problem?
I need to clear my cache so I can get some new shit in there. Apparently.
Good God.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, dude, pull up your phone right now. Like, manhood this shit up right now. Challenge accepted. Right now.
Miss Lisa,
Type
what
in.
the hell?
Type in Hope Solo's butthole. I guarantee you'll see something.
That went right over.
All right, here we go.
He missed.
We're doing this right live on our show.
Here we go.
All right.
2 girls, 1 cup.
Yeah.
Hope Solo butthole. Let's see.
Hey, let me look, see if I recognize it.
Yeah.
Like I haven't gone anywhere yet.
Yeah, come on.
Was that a bat? The fuck is that?
I don't know what that is.
What are you guys having me look up over here? I don't see any asshole.
No, explicit. Dude, do you have your safeguard on?
No, I'm actually not in Google. I'm in a different browser, but I don't know.
Go to all and then see.
Like Reddit.
Dude, why don't you type this
Reddit?
on
There you
here?
go.
We'll go to Reddit.
We'll go to Reddit. Reddit's always handy.
Reddit's gotta have it.
Reddit's always handy.
Yeah, they know it's a real world. People show themselves nude.
Oh, come on.
Why doesn't this one have it? Posts, comments, no.
Dude, you ever look up porn at all? It should be the number one thing that pops up.
I don't know what the hell.
Why is there cats going on?
I
don't
type
understand what's
in.
going on.
Well, then don't.
You
type
guys have
in-
me looking up weird shit. Hope Solo's butthole is what this is.
Type
And
in.
nothing's coming up.
Type in Hope Solo nude. Good God. Do I need to do this for you?
No, I'm pretty sure I know how to type, but we'll check it out later. I don't care, but yeah.
No, we're doing this right now.
Yeah,
We just told everyone.
But can you read,
right
Danny, and know what's in front of you?
I can. There was no pictures. You said it's a picture book, so
It is a picture book.
We will not be putting this on the thing. He just will be seeing this. Oh yeah, 35 photos, dude. It's right there. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
what'd you type in?
Dude, are those your pants?
Yeah, Jimmer.
that's not my pants.
Are you in your photo gallery? The
Yeah.
fuck is going on over there?
You got me good, fucker.
Oh, you have a video.
No, it's not a
All right.
video.
Yeah.
That looked like a video.
That's not a video. I accidentally hit the Google
I'm
thing.
just kidding, bro. Oh,
Oh.
No, that's protruded. Is that the word I'm looking for? That's protruded.
it's out there. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. Well, the rest of her biscuit is too. So
Hold on, take a step back. Is there like a video that I don't know about?
No.
No.
Just
No.
this, that,
Just
or is it
pictures.
just the way it is? That's
There's a bunch of there's just a bunch of pictures. I do believe. I don't think there's a
happened.
video.
I believe. In
Like
the
her boyfriend
general area.
or-
okay. That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, something probably happened in that general area.
Yeah, we don't know for a fact. We can assume by the pictures that there was a lot of activity.
Okay.
That's what we'll say.
All right. We fucking got way off the track.
Yeah, we
Okay?
did.
Seismic activity.
Let's be real. So
Passing out drunk.
she
with
passed
the
out
kids.
drunk with her
Kids,
kids.
yeah, not good. DWI,
Not good.
all that kind of stuff. Yeah, needs get her shit.
This isn't her first. When I read more about it, this isn't her first alcohol-induced one. Her and I can't remember her boyfriend or something. Quite a few years back, Jeremy Stevens or something. They got caught.
Is that a porn guy?
I have no idea. They got caught driving, drinking, and all that stuff too. But he's the one that caught the charge because he was the one actually driving. But they were obliterated then too. I think she had one in the past, so not her first rodeo.
No, it does suck though. Having kids in the car, you can't do that. So.
No. And that's what I got. I'm gonna do my strange law. Then we're gonna get to some season totals quick too. What do you think?
Yeah, let's do it.
Still in Florida,
It's just
brother.
a picture of her butthole. That's not even a big deal. I don't know why you guys.
No, it's
I don't know how so many
it's
people.
blown out. It's not just it's her whole thing.
Oh, we'll
Go-
see if
go
it's a
through
big
the-
deal. I'm gonna
hold on.
send you a
There's
picture
30
of
there's-
mine, and we'll see what's up.
Yeah, there's 35. There's 35 leaked photos. There's more than just her butthole being blown out. Why do we keep still going? Look it up. Look it up like a man. Are you worried? Are you worried about your wife
I
seeing
literally
your
typed
He
in
situation?
what
says
you said.
a little beehole pic ain't nothing to fuck. I'm gonna send him one.
Yeah.
just out of the blue, and he'll.
Yeah, no big deal.
Yeah, no big deal.
No big deal. It's just a butthole.
It's a biscuit.
All right, don't do it on Snapchat then.
Why?
Be a man and send in
You
text
can,
message.
you can, why not? You can screenshot it.
It doesn't matter.
Well, it
I
doesn't
have
matter.
a
You can
beautiful
screenshot
picture
that.
of Miles.
All right,
Do
we're
you?
gonna stick with Florida. Still down there.
All right.
Enough of the beehole talk.
Yeah, clean it up.
You were. We don't need to clean it up. It's all right. You are not allowed to break more than 3 dishes per day, or chip the edges of more than 4 cups and/or saucers.
Who the hell was smashing dishes one day?
No kidding.
Right.
Damn.
And that's my weird law. So let's go ahead and talk the season totals for Caesars Sportsbook have came out for each team in the NFL. There's a few surprises here. So I was curious what you guys were thinking. Maybe over, under, like what the hell are you guys thinking? I'll run them down quick. AFC East, Bills, 11.5. What do you think? That's probably right on par,
Yeah.
right?
I think we're on board. They're gonna walk in.
I'm thinking over on that one.
Yeah.
Actually, that's pretty conservative, but yeah. They're sticking the same basically through the East is what it kind of has been. Dolphins 8.5, Patriots 8.5, Jets 5.5. And nothing else shocking in that one to me. But AFC North, they have it playing tight again. 9.5, 9.5, 9.5. Ravens, Bengals, Browns, and then Steelers at 7.5.
Yep, I'd say that's probably fair.
Yeah, it's just hard with the Steelers because Tomlin's never had a losing record, right? That would put him. This would be his first losing record, which would make sense. But it's like for whatever reason he's so good, right?
Yeah,
That's tough. That's all.
it is.
Otherwise,
And
it's a tough division.
and
no
that
matter what.
and that defense is tough as shit too, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So, the one question I have for you guys in that division, do you want to? Because I was thinking about doing this, going and throwing maybe 10 bones on it. The under on the Browns, because we don't know if old boy how many games he's gonna miss, and they're projecting almost 10 wins from that team. Do you think they still hit 9.5 if they miss at least 6 games from Deshaun? And no matter who you're rolling with at quarterback, your belief or Jacoby Brissett, do you think they're still going to be in that 9.5 range?
That's the thing. Deshaun would have to be on point from the
from the
right?
get-go.
Yeah.
Um,
I was thinking 9.5 is a little, like you could see it. Depends on what his punishment is. Like I could see
Yeah.
9.5, but if they suspend him 6 games or more, then
That division's just nuts. I don't know.
that's tough.
Yeah.
The AFC South. The two big dogs right at the top still. Colts 9.5, Titans 9.5. They do have the Jaguars at 4.5 and the Titans at 6 and Jaguars at 6.5, Texans at 4.5.
The Jaguars should be better, right?
I think
Jaguars should be 6. How much are you giving them? I'd say around 6.
I want to say 7 to 8.
Okay.
Somewhere in there. I don't know if the Titans ever really got better this offseason. They kind of stayed stagnant, right?
Yeah.
That, in my opinion, it feels like they kind of stayed right there.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that necessarily hurts, but and I'm believing I don't think I'm not sold on Jaguars being a playoff team or anything like by that stretch. But I wouldn't be if they hit the over. It's going to be barely. It's going to be 7 wins. But I think that's pretty close either way. I was actually thinking about leaning towards the Texans 4.5. I think they could hit 5. Right? I think they could muster up 5 wins like what they did last year.
I don't know. That division just got better, though. Like, I know the Titans didn't necessarily get better, but they're going to be better than Houston, right?
Yeah. Jaguars
did get better.
are
better.
Colts got better, obviously, with Matt Ryan, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
AFC West. So, this one is surprising and not surprising all at the same time. I just went over the AFC North. It was 9.5 wins across the board, right? They have the Chiefs 10.5, Chargers 10, Broncos 10, and the Raiders last at 8.5. Is there any goddamn way that the Chiefs actually hit 10.5 wins?
No, I don't see it. I'd flip the Broncos in them right there.
Okay. You don't think the Chargers would kind of – that'd be tough? Or are you saying that'd be tough?
I think, I think Danny touched on it. The coach gets in the way and, they always get hurt, it seems like. I mean, we try not to put emphasis on that, but, God, it just seems
you're not wrong in that one, especially the Chargers, right?
Yeah, so I can see the Chargers staying where they're at and just flipping the Broncos out. I think the Broncos, the defense is going to be really good. The offense is going to be really good now.
So many weapons,
I would flip.
man.
I would flip-flop those.
Do you really have the Raiders finishing dead last at 8.5?
I don't know about the 8.5. I would almost take the over on that, but God,
it is tough.
It's going to be just like the North, right? Yeah. Every team's going to have like 9 wins or something, right in there.
Yep.
I can't believe they put the Chiefs at 10. I don't
like
that.
That's exactly
I
what
really
I
don't like the Chiefs one.
Yeah.
So that's what I was going to touch on with you because you were. I'm not saying you were ever a fan of the Chiefs, but you didn't hate the Chiefs at one point. And then I know during our podcast, how many months we've been going since September, they've been wearing thin on you, right? Especially with Patrick Mahomes only seeing one side of the field and this, that, and the other. How many wins are you actually seeing from the Chiefs?
I think best case scenario, they win 10 games.
Best case.
Just because of how tough that division is. Okay. They could do fine outside of it, right? But that division's so tough, and you're accounting for 6 games right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think 10 games is like on the high end for them. They have to adjust. New players, so 2 new receivers. Yeah. Nobody's a true number 1 besides Travis Kelce, right?
Right.
So
all the running backs haven't really worked out.
He just was not good when Tyreek couldn't get the ball. I don't believe in that offense yet. I'm gonna have to see some.
And that do it without Tyreek.
And that defense is garbage.
It can't hang with the rest of the division, right?
It can't. Yeah. And they didn't get better on defense, right? Technically, I'm just not seeing it. And this isn't trying to be Chiefs hater. I'm just not seeing it for how good the rest of the division got.
Let's be real. Like Clyde had some success, but now that Tyreek's gone, who's taking the top off? Like they're just keeping guys down, right? So they're not going to have whatever success they did have in the run game either. Yep. So it's like it's just going to be tough for him, man. Yeah. I know I have a good friend who's a big Kansas City fan down in Des Moines, and he's like, I got faith in Andy and everything like that. And I don't see it yet. I'm gonna have to see how kind of the season starts, but I'm not with it, man. Yep. No.
Okay. Flip over to the NFC. Your Cowboys projected for 10.5. Eagles 9, Commanders 7.5, Giants 7. I'm going to go ahead and be the first one to say there's absolutely no respect for Carson Wentz at 7.5 wins. That's like I'm going to take the over because of that defense, and I think Carson Wentz is an improvement.
Yeah, for sure.
If he can stay out of his head, I'm seeing actually 9 from the Commanders.
Saying last time you bet 9 on a team in the
Yeah.
Ooh.
So
Rio, you in?
I know. I am on board though.
Okay.
I think he's going to be obviously a big time better upgrade at quarterback. Defense should be better.
What are you seeing from? Well, we'll go with yours first. What are you seeing from your boys? 10.5. They lost some pieces.
They did. I can see 10 just because who we play. We do. We kind of got a 50-50. I mean, we play some heavy hitters. I think we play Tampa in there. I know we play the North again, so that should be an easier schedule. Then, of course,
This
our
piece of
division.
shit.
Let's
division.
calm the fuck down.
2 of those games, maybe.
We beat you with a shitty quarterback who was on the practice
We
squad.
ain't worried.
Is different.
It's different.
I don't even know what to say.
It's
Yeah,
different.
you can't say anything.
We have a different coach, baby.
Oh,
Got a
my
different
God.
coach.
I'm trying.
Get out of here. But, Bears and they're going to be bad. Detroit's going to be bad. But we do have, I think we play Colts. I think we play Jacksonville. I don't know. I wouldn't. It's going to be tough on that 11.
You're
I would
thinking.
say
So
maybe 10.
so you're actually thinking the number's correct.
Yeah. It
10.5.
Yep.
And so you're thinking it's going to be right around that flirtation of that 11-10, somewhere in the ballpark.
And who do they have number 2?
Eagles at 9.
Eagles at 9.
Which I could
Eagles are going
see.
to be better, I think.
Yeah.
Really do.
I think they're going to be better.
Remember,
I could see them and Washington flip-flopping, though. Just because the defense is really good. Eagles are going to have several young players they're going to be depending on. Yeah, and I'm kind of with them. I'm not sold quite 100% yet on Hurts.
Yeah.
So
we're kind of all in the same ballpark for the most part. I think the Commanders will be up a little bit more than that.
mm-hmm.
I think the Eagles will be all right, and Cowboys are probably right about there. I think I'm with you about that 10, even missing the pieces.
Yep.
They're going to be in a lot of coin flip games, I believe.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be in a lot of those down to the last possession. So their record could literally flip flop, kind of like what the Vikings did. They had 7, 8 games that came down to 7 points or less. So
Right.
going to the NFC North, Packers with 11, Vikings 9, Bears 6.5, Lions 6.5. I'm only seeing one problem with this.
I know you're going to say the Packers, and I'm saying it's.
The Packers play I do believe they play like Tampa Bay and all those boys too, right? Like out of.
Yeah, all
I
the
don't
first
know
place
their
teams,
schedule.
right?
Do they?
Yeah, because that's the way the NFL goes, right? So wherever you place,
Yeah.
those are the teams you play. So, let's see. So they've got to play the Vikings, Cowboys, Rams, Patriots. They play the Titans.
Yeah.
And those are all the home games, right? Then they play the Vikings again, the Bills, the Dolphins, the Eagles, the Bucs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing 11.
So
11's
looking
tough.
at the schedule, no.
Yeah, 11's
don't see
tough,
that.
man.
Yeah, just off initial reaction, I'm not seeing 11. I think the Vikings are right around that number, the 9. It could be give or take 1.
Yeah.
It could be, yeah.
I could see Green Bay down around that number 2.
Yeah.
I think division is wide open. Honestly.
Between
Don't-
two
You
teams.
stop it.
I'm just
You
pumping.
stop it.
Between two teams.
Yeah, Green Bay and
You
Vikings.
stop
Thank
it.
you. We'll take that. We'll take that.
I know, but
Don't
stop
blush.
it.
Don't blush.
Don't
Jimmer.
stop
We're
it.
gonna take it from
He's
real.
he's trying to get my
It's
hype
I
up
am.
again.
I
know
am.
what
I'm
he's
trying to
doing. I
hype
know
it
what
up
he's trying
early.
to do.
It's all good.
Trying to hype it up early,
SOB.
man.
NFC South. This may come down to one of the worst divisions if you don't want to count the NFC North in that, or if you do, it don't matter. Bucs at 11.5, Saints 7.5, Panthers 6, and Falcons 5.5. I'm not seeing a problem with any one of those.
Saints.
Maybe the Saints up
I was gonna say
1 or 2.
Yeah. Give me the Saints 8-9 wins. Look what
Yep.
they did with that horrible team. What didn't they almost sneak in with 9 wins?
They did.
Yeah.
I could see them doing that again.
And without
with,
Jameis.
I was gonna say with Jameis, I think he gets them tonight.
And
If he gets some 70 touchdowns, dude, this could be
Yeah.
this could be real, right?
That's the only change I think I see is I think the Saints will be a couple games better than that. That's 7.5.
I'm with you, Rio.
Maybe. I'm interested to see. This is initially before draft and all that, and we understand that.
Alvin Kamara's situation still needs to get solved.
Yeah, so I was thinking the Panthers would be up a little higher than that also. Not much. I'm not saying...
They should have got a quarterback, man.
I'm thinking like 7 or so. Somewhere in that. Just an extra win. Somewhere in that ballpark, but it's going to be trash. And then one of the most contested ones. NFC West. Rams 10.5, 49ers 10, Cardinals 9, Seahawks 6. Do you see the Seahawks getting 6 wins? Remember who their quarterback is right now. Either one of them.
Dude, all right, so Rio, the Saints' schedule is not easy either. So they start off with the Cardinals, play the Falcons, Panthers, so it's like, okay. Then they play the Browns, Falcons, Panthers, Bucs, Rams, then Seahawks, then Ravens, Bengals, Steelers, Niners, Bucs, Raiders.
Ooh.
Like they've got a hell of a schedule
Especially
there.
that second half.
I was going to say that second half.
Especially
Yeah.
the second half.
And then Raiders, Vikings, Eagles. I don't. Maybe I'm leaning the other way now. That second half is tough, man.
And with the new coach.
Yeah.
The second half is tough.
Maybe that's leaning more towards that 6-7 range.
I'm getting more excited to do your predictor. What was
Draft?
it we did last year? No,
what's
the
that?
NFL. We guessed each game win losses.
Yeah.
What was that?
I'll have to look it up again.
Yeah, I'm getting more excited to do that because I'm like, damn, these schedules are a little different, you know?
Yeah.
For sure.
I want to say the Seahawks is probably a little high.
Well, yeah, what they put the Seahawks at?
6.
We're not going to be good. They should take a quarterback.
4? You think 4 is about right?
4 to 5.
Yeah.
They're definitely going to be the under.
Yeah.
In my opinion, they're definitely going to be the under.
Yep.
Cardinals, they must be stressing a little bit about what's going to go on with Kyler still.
Yeah.
The 49ers, we don't know what the rookie quarterback, or he'll be a second-year quarterback. Evidently, everything shows Jimmy G won't be there, but maybe. It's still nothing. I mean, we know. There's one thing. I forgot to say this. There's one thing we do know. We know Baker Mayfield is not going to get traded before Jimmy G, right? If it were to happen anyways. Someone would be swinging for the fence a little harder on Jimmy G than they would be
so,
for
yeah.
Baker.
I don't know. So apparently I saw a rumor to come out that teams would have been ready to swing on Jimmy G, but then he had shoulder surgery.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a second-round pick, I think, right?
There was a lot of stuff floating around. Teams were ready to pull the trigger, and then, boom, he's like, hey, I'm having shoulder surgery. And it was like, hold up. So, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Going to be real interesting, I think, between him and Jimmy G, what goes on. Like I said, I think the Browns played their hand, and nobody really wants Baker.
Yeah.
He's like a backup at this point. Jimmy G, I think, can still start and play.
He's
okay.
He's the guy that we've said it many times. Not going to cost you the game, but not going to win you the game. And that's okay if you have, like, he wouldn't have been horrible for the Colts, for instance.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Hey, don't turn it over.
Yep.
Let's not do
They
anything
would make the
crazy.
playoffs.
They make
Yeah.
the playoffs with him
Yep.
because they're going to play good defense. They're going to run the rock, and he's not going to make too many mistakes.
Yep. Carson's up and down, right? He's
Yeah,
got
way
the
too.
potential, but
Yeah.
he's down too. So,
Yep.
yeah, I'm with you on that. I just hope they don't make the same mistake as some other teams and they let that linger between him and Trey. So it's like, who's going to be the starter? Nobody knows up until day one, and then there's, friction in the locker room and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I hope they do.
I like the Niners, so they're my number 2 NFC team, I think.
I know. We found out that you have a man crush for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, just be happy they beat the Packers. I told you they would. So
I do appreciate that. And that's what they had predicted. Or we want to roll now?
you want to do a quick draft or what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bang her out quick.
Yeah, let's knock it out.
Do you have yours up, or you just want to look on this?
Give us a site real quick.
I got mine up right now. How are we going to do this?
PFF. I was thinking we go.
How are we going to split this up?
We'll just go right down. We'll just go 1, 2, 3. Just go around because there's 32 teams. We
Okay.
won't do it like that. We'll just go like this.
Okay, yeah.
We'll loop around. Okay. And we'll let probably Danny roll first if you want to. The Jaguars. It's PFF, by the way.
Select your
PFF.com
teams,
mock draft
all.
simulator.
All right, so I'll be the
Select all.
Oh,
And then just one round.
One round.
I see what you're saying.
We all good?
Oh, and so we're going to do the whole thing that way. I got you. All right.
Yep.
I'm in.
And then hit start draft.
Enter, and here we go.
Start draft. Boom.
And then we'll roll with you, Danny. Who are you thinking the Jaguars go number 1?
They need a lot. It's tough. I think they probably do go Aiden Hutchinson, though. So that's what I'm going to start with the Jags.
Okay.
Jacksonville. You think Aiden Hutchinson. Okay.
Rio, I'll let you. You can go next. I would say that they probably should go offensive line if you want to take care of your boy, though. But
Yeah,
I
I
get
can see
it.
that.
You take the better piece. They need defense too.
So they signed a lot of pieces on the O-line. And so I think that lets them draft him.
Best available
there.
player. Lions first round pick.
Lions. Yeah. I'm going to go with... Gosh.
Bum, 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 bum.
I hate to do it, but when I did mine, I did a wide receiver for them.
You think they'd do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
To get the
pieces in place.
A piece, yeah. No quarterback's good this year, so you go get yourself a weapon. Line's not a big need, but I could see him taking that, and I think Thibodeau has slipped. He's not looking great and everything that's going on.
Which is crazy. For the longest time, he was the consensus number 1 pick.
Yeah.
Right before.
Damn it, he's hurt for so
Right,
long. Yeah. Maybe that did something.
Kyle Hamilton, right? He had a bad pro day.
Yeah.
A slow 40 time, and stuff like that. So I could see a Drake London going on right here.
You think Drake London as a guy that didn't play most of last year? Okay.
Yeah, I think it comes down
Upside.
between him and Garrett Wilson. I'm going to go Drake London.
Okay.
It depends on who they love.
So you're hitting that?
Yeah.
All right. So I got the Texans first round pick. At number 3, they literally on this site, which is awesome. We've talked about this many times. It says needs
Every position.
every position. So I think they're going to be the first one to get crazy.
Ooh.
I think so, too. I think where you going?
Quarterback.
Oh, no. I was going the safety.
Hamilton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Myself, but where
Which
you
I
thinking?
could. So if old boy was actually in charge, the actual head coach, and I don't think it's just keeping the seat warm for the
What's his name?
McCown,
Yep.
which I think ultimately is what's going to happen. If he actually was truly running his team and he had a real voice, I think he would do that. He's a defensive guy. He loves his Tampa too, and that's a great piece. You need safeties. You need a great middle linebacker too.
Yeah.
No, I think they actually get crazy because they want to get their quarterback of the future. And I think my first couple ones that I did, I kept going Sam Howell. Because I think they just make the wrong, he kind of climbed that out of nowhere. They do what the Jaguars did with old boy a few years back from UCF.
So
But-
you're going Sam?
I'm not.
Oh, okay.
I'm going Kenny Pickett.
Kenny Pickett.
I think that half inch he gained in hands just sold him. Sold him, baby. So I'm going Kenny Pickett to the Texans. Who you got, Danny? Jets first.
Well, hold on.
First
Let me
round.
find Kenny Pickett on the smell of the truck. Where's he at?
I just go
Shit.
to quarterbacks. And there's a drop box for filter options or filter positions right at the top.
There we go. Kenny Pickett. Boom. All right. See how this works out. There we go. All right. So we've got the Jets. They need quite a bit, too. I think they need a little bit more on the defensive end, though.
Oh, what the hell? I just backed on it. Kicked me out of my page.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Oh.
Oh, there he is.
Okay, good. I'm back.
All right. I'm going to go Derek Stingley.
You are?
Oh.
Yeah.
You think they're sold on his question marks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they need it. He's a stud. There's a few things, but I think he's proven though. I think he's good.
I will bet you right now that does not happen.
Well, we'll
that
see,
he goes outside the top 10.
Oh, all right.
He's actually giving you a mile. Usually
Yeah,
he makes you say top 5 or something.
I actually have the Cowboys potentially maybe looking at him if the
top
center
10. You're literally
he's outside the
He's
he's
outside
outside the top
Okay.
10.
Yep.
Whiskey
Done.
wager
One
on
whiskey
Whiskey
Wager.
wager.
Yep.
Derek Stingley is outside the top 10.
Yep. I'm in.
Boom. And that puts Rio on the clock for the Giants. Number 5 pick and their first round pick. Typing his note to make sure that we don't forget whiskey's going in someone's gut.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Beauchart, how was your travel over?
Awesome.
You went to San Antonio here recently, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Would you highly recommend it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Sounds like you had a
So
good time.
I am. Who do I have? Let me scroll back up.
Giants. Bro.
I have the Giants going on.
Who also need a million pieces.
They do need a million pieces, and I go different with what they say their needs. They say, guard center. I think the Iowa guy is a little bit too early to take him, but I do think they go with one of the top linemen. Now they have tackle on him, Charles Cross or Akeem Ekwonu.
Yeah. Who broke like radars.
Yep. I think they go with Charles Cross just because SEC, manhandling SEC stuff and guys consistently. So that's where I'm going on that one.
Okay. Charles Cross, Mississippi State.
Yes, sir.
I am going to go. I have the Carolina Panthers. And here's another ball buster for you. They grabbed their quarterback, gentlemen.
Another quarterback for Jimmer.
Malik Willis.
Yeah.
They had one hell of a showing. They brought basically the whole goddamn office and every
I like
assistant
Yep.
to that, and he did show out.
He
had
did.
he had a pretty damn decent pro day, and kind of it was scripted, but some of it kind of wasn't. I mean, he let it fly. So we're going with Malik Willis there, and they get their quarterback of the future. You got the Giants.
Yeah, got the Giants again.
So he already grabbed. Oh, you had the Giants first time, right?
Rio did. Yeah.
Okay, so he already grabbed Charles Cross. Who do you think they go now?
I still think Linderbaum it's a little high yet.
I'll tell you what I'm thinking. I think it'd go perfect here if they thought if Thibodeau fell this far, because they do need another piece on the line.
They do,
and I think they would love this, and I could see him falling here or even a little bit later. I think he goes within the top 10, but I think he does fall between that 5 and 10 because of how he's slipped in
Being perceived and everything too, his
they
passion
they said his interviews are just horrible, red flaggish.
Oh,
Not great.
Yeah, so between him and how do you say his name, Karlaftis, because they need that.
From Purdue.
Yeah, yep.
they would make the splash. Think of it, it's New York.
Either way, yeah.
They're not going to do the plain Jane.
Yeah. God, there's just not enough. Yeah, I probably got to go to Thibodeau, to be honest with you, up front. Let's do it.
All right, Thibodeau it is.
Boom. Boom.
You got the Falcons.
I got
the
the
guy.
Falcons.
So many things to do.
So
now.
many things. They have a couple, I was looking at this. There's a couple nice pieces on the cornerback side, and they could get somebody to go. Is it Oliver? Who's their young cornerback there? And so they could get a piece to go beside there, but I'm going with a wide receiver because the obvious need to get somebody to go with Kyle Pickett. Of course, old boy suspended the whole year. I'm going to go Garrett Wilson.
Garrett Wilson. I'm actually thinking the same thing with you. I thought it'd be Drake London, but you had him going earlier.
Yeah.
I think they're going to get all the pieces around before they pick their quarterback. I think they're smart enough franchise. They're not going to reach for a quarterback this year.
They're waiting for next year.
They're waiting for next year.
Come out.
And they're trying to get that offense ready for, like, step in. This is what you got. You have a million great pieces. Let's roll.
Yep.
So I'm with you on that. I got the Seahawks. So many things to do. And they already have some wide receivers. They need some defensive help, obviously. They've needed it for a little while. But what is the one thing that has been actually nagging them for, I want to say, about the last 6-7 years?
O-line. Russell Wilson could never get in protection.
You're 100% correct, sir. And I think they go with the freak, Akeem Akawanu from North Carolina State. And we're going to click that right now. He broke radar guns at the combine. So we're going to go there.
Okay.
Boom, I like it. So for the Jets, they need to start helping that quarterback a little bit. So they need to get a wide receiver. And I'm going to go Jameson Williams on this one for the Jets.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Holy shit. That's so I like it. I just thought that people were going to let him slip down and this, that, and the other because his injury. I'm with you. I'm on board with you.
Yeah, that's where I'm going.
You don't lose talent like that. You don't think about the injury unless it's like
it's something that's like he might not come back.
He might not come back
Yeah.
or highly questionable, like a serious foot thing, stress fracture, something like that.
Yep.
But no, great pick. You have the Commanders, baby. How do you correct this team?
Yeah. So part of me, as we have it sitting, I could see them going line here just because Sheriff left. You bring in a quarterback, you want to keep old boy upright, injury history, so you want to protect him as well.
You're not going there, are you?
So I also like Kyle Hamilton, but I just don't know if you want to go a safety here. Your defense is also pretty sound still.
Yeah.
I think you go Evan Neal and you protect your new quarterback you brought in.
Not Chris Olive? I could see them just hand him another weapon.
No.
Okay.
I mean, I can see that too.
Yep.
But I think you just brought in a quarterback.
So Evan Neal is where you're going?
Yep, Evan Neal.
That would be a great pick for them.
Yeah.
I think you get one hell of an offensive lineman. He's one of my favorite linemen in this draft. So I like it.
I do, and that was another thing I did flirt with the wide receiver because get somebody besides old Scary Terry. They have a couple of receivers that have kind of underperformed.
Yep.
There,
but you need to be able to get him upright.
But I think him upright. The guy who you got a quarterback injury prone, you need to keep him up. You lose Brandon Sheriff, you get an SEC guy. I think you would love this pick.
Yeah,
if you're them.
Luckily for me,
I
get the Vikings.
Man,
baby.
I wish it was me. I'd scroll down to like.
Yeah.
Give me Sam Howell, baby.
Sam Howell. They're going to, in my opinion, they need a few pieces. Now, I still am big on George Karlaftis. But I think with that signing of Zadarius Smith, and then they also have DJ Woonham, who's still a nice project. I mean, I think he still put up 5.5 sacks. They have some boys that they drafted last year that have some athleticism that had some injury things. I think they're okay with rolling with those to see what you get, right? So I'm hesitantly pulling away from the George one. I would love to see him go there, but I think they're going to go corner.
Yep, me too.
And I think they're going to go... Now, if Kyle Hamilton is still here at 12, the last time they drafted a Notre Dame safety, it worked out pretty damn well for him.
Yeah.
And you have another transition piece for when Harrison's done. Yep. But I'm going to swing and miss on this one. I'm going to go Trent McDuffie from Washington.
Yep.
He's ready right now. The whole works. He doesn't have your 6'1" or anything like that. He's like 5'10", 5'11", but you're not going to pass on this man.
Mm-hmm.
So Trent McDuffie is my pick right there.
All right.
Houston Texans, next first-round pick.
Over to me. Well, they need a little bit of everything still.
Yeah, still says every position, even though we're doing the draft form.
Yeah, no doubt. So Jimmer gave him Kenny Pickett, right? Man.
Yep.
So I guess maybe we try to give him a little bit of talent. Let's see who's out there left for wide receiver. All right. I think, God damn, that seems pretty high for him yet, though, too.
I don't think so. I bet you. Are you thinking Chris Olive?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's still not high, bro.
That's what I was thinking.
I think they're going. I think he's going.
You think you're
going
going
to
to go? They're going to go Olive, too?
I think so. I thought he was going to go actually Washington. So I'm still thinking inside the top 15 is what I'm saying, is where Olive's going to go.
The problem is there's a big difference between him and Traylon Burks. There's a big difference. Like I really like Olave. I think he's going to be a stud right away. Yeah. All right, let's pull the trigger. Olave's going.
There we go. They may even be able to use that, get some more picks, trade Brandon Cooks that day. We're not doing mock trades here, but Brandon Cooks, you got brought in a different receiver, younger version.
Yep.
On to my second favorite team, the Ravens, baby. Where are they going?
Ravens. You know,
there's one dude here. If you don't say his name, I'm gonna be shocked.
You know,
that just has that nasty too. I think.
I think they go corner Ahmad Gardner.
Yes, sir.
See, we're in sync right here because I think he plays that nasty version. He was only like a 3-star recruit. Yep. He has that edge, that chip, and Baltimore is exactly where I'd have him go if he doesn't go sooner, anyways.
Yep.
I like that pick. So that leaves me with the first of the back-to-back Philadelphia picks. There's a lot of options here, and they need so much help, right? Mm-hmm. Receivers have already flown off the board. This doesn't help them. I don't think they reached quite yet for it then.
Yep.
They have a pick at 19 that they may end up at. I am going to go. Now, this is literally down to two things for me. Outside shot of a tackle, but I'm actually throwing that out. It's either going to be George Karlaftis or it's going to be Kyle Hamilton, because why wouldn't you at number 15?
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
And you need DB help. I don't care if it says DB or safety. You'll move shit around, right?
Yep. He'll play where
I'm going Kyle Hamilton. The pick here, the value here is too good to pass up.
Yep.
And they have 3 picks in the next 5. So you're probably going to end up with whoever you want. You can grab George on the next one.
Yep.
But Kyle Hamilton will be that first one.
And then Karlaftis.
Yeah.
Yep.
That would be a great draft for them. Right there, just those two before you even get to the next ones. Chargers on the clock.
Chargers.
I got one guy in mind for him.
Yeah, I think they're going to go Jordan Davis.
There you go. We're kind of in sync tonight. I'm digging the Jordan Davis. I don't see why you wouldn't. They need an interior lineman.
Mm-hmm. You get a guy who can come in and just plug the middle.
Yeah.
You know, you're not asking him to rush the quarterback.
And then he showed that he could lose weight. He balled out at the combine, right? Showed that he could be more than just a run stuffer, right?
You have some pieces on the edge. Khalil Mack comes over. You got Joey Bosa. Now all you do is you pick this guy.
Get that big boy.
He plugs the middle, stops everybody in the middle, and then let everybody else kind of play ball, and I think that's how they roll.
Slam dunk pick. I got the Saints, and they have so many things here, right? I believe if the coach was still there, they would go quarterback. I think they would grab one of the 3-ish. I'm not saying any of them deserve first-round pick from here on out, but one of those 3. I don't think they go that route now. I think they're going to go. I don't want to. Hold on. Sorry. I think they are going to. They can get some more offensive line. They just lost old boy, too. So, yeah, I'm going to go offensive line on this one. It's not a sexy pick. I don't think they reach for one of the quarterbacks. And I'm gonna go with the Central Michigan guy, Bernard Raymond.
Okay,
tackle.
Yep.
Philadelphia's next pick, Danny. We all got a taste of Philly.
No,
you didn't. Mm-mm. I like Philly cheesesteaks.
Let me add your. Oh, Raymond is who you picked.
Yep.
That's right. Okay. Well then, good sir, it is tough because Trayvon Walker added 2, that Karlaftis would be a stud combination. But more likely it's going to be Devin Lloyd. They need a linebacker too, so that's where I'm going. Devin Lloyd for the Eagles.
Devin Lloyd. I like that. I had him mocked in my first one going there. You don't think they go receiver, though?
No, not yet. I think at this point we're starting to
with
get to
so
the point
many
where,
of those
yeah.
like second roundish or very late first.
Yep.
Okay. So Devin Lloyd it is. What do you got for the Steelers there?
Let's see here. Old Steelers. Who's left here? Gosh. You know, I could, where the hell did he go? I could see them jumping on old Trevor Penning here.
Yeah.
Trevor Penning, tackle,
Yep.
Northern Iowa.
Yep.
I had him mocked for that too, absolutely. I like it. You going there?
Yep.
Okay. So I got the Patriots. This one's a little tough. They still have some... so they need a edge rusher. They have Trayvon Walker here. Dominant beast that he is. Says they need a linebacker. Nakobe Dean. I think he would love some Nakobe Dean because he may come off as undersized, doesn't do this, that, and the other, but he's just a ball player. He's always around the ball no matter what. That reminds you of like a Teddy Bruschi, right? Who was also with the Patriots at one point. I could also see him going because they need some linemen too. Tyler Linderbaum. He likes his Iowa boys there. I think the wide receivers really throw a monkey wrench because we had so many going so early that I don't know if he's going to jump on one of those that early. Or at this... Just not feeling it. So I'm going to go that he rides with... I'm going to say Trayvon Walker.
Yeah.
You have the vaunted Green Bay Packers.
I like it. I'm leaning towards Linderbaum. My internet won't pull up what I want. But didn't the Packers center, didn't he say bye-bye? And he left too? So I want to say they need a center too. But I can't pull up what I want to pull up. So I'm gonna go on a gut feel. I'm gonna say Linderbaum is who they're gonna pick.
Oh,
Okay.
Yep. I want to say their center because he was hurt, but then I feel like he left too. I just can't verify that, so we're going Linderbaum.
Okay.
they're not going to grab him a receiver, huh?
Not yet.
I think they would get desperate enough. They do have pick number 28 too.
Yeah.
What are you thinking for them Cardinals? Because that's where
Cardinals. This is where I had
this Linderbaum.
Linderbaum.
Yep.
And this, I think they need cornerback help.
Yeah, the Packers did lose, so they did lose their center. So
Okay.
Patrick Peterson left. They signed Duffy. That's a big hurt that they had going on, and I think the cornerback from Baylor, Jalen Petrie, has tested off the board, and I think this is where he goes.
Jalen Petrie. Okay.
Petrie.
I got them boys.
Dim boys.
So, if they, even with losing Amari Cooper, the only thing I can see them taking outside of defense, because it's just purely defense in my mind, maybe an offensive lineman. But I think at this point, the offensive lineman, unless you're going to go a guard, which I wouldn't run it past them because they've done this in the past. If they go guard, I do believe they'll go Zion Johnson. He's very versatile for Boston College. I don't think they're going to go guard. I think they're going to be smart, and they need defensive help.
Yeah.
Now, where to go from there? Do you take the project but with the injury, with the Jabo? I could see them doing it. It'd be no different than if they would have kept your guy who they let walk because he misses half a season or more because of his cocaine.
So I think that's the reason they don't go.
You don't think so?
Yes. I think if they'd kept him, they may have went ahead and grabbed old boy.
So, in that case, I could see them going defensive interior with Devontae Wyatt because before Jordan Davis balled out at the combine, what a lot of people may not realize, Devontae Wyatt is the one that would actually get the quarterback pressures up the middle for Georgia. Mm-hmm. I could see them doing that, or Jermaine Johnson, who's also been taking a spike. You know what? Who are your corners?
We have Jordan Lewis, Anthony Brown, Trayvon Diggs. We have our second-round pick, Kelvin Joseph.
Andrew Booth.
I was thinking Andrew Booth, but I think I keep forgetting about Trayvon too. So they have that guy, and they have a couple. So I'm gonna go with a non-sexy pick. I really want to go with David Ajabo. I feel like they would do that, and he'd be excited about that. But I'll go the conservative pick, and I'm gonna say Devontae Wyatt. The Bills
Makes
Bills
it
Mafia.
interesting. Makes it interesting. Man, when you look at their needs versus what's out there, you know what? At this point, I think I am going to go sexy pick. I don't think the Bills need a lot. I think Ajabo has the potential, so we're going Ajabo.
Adding to that defensive front.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and he doesn't need to get out there right away either. He
Right.
can get it right.
Yep.
All right, Ajabo. I like it. You had Titans, sir.
The
Number 26 pick.
Titans.
They need some pieces.
That they do.
Hook them up with something.
You know, and this is where I think I could see Zion going.
Okay. Zion Johnson?
Yep.
Is that where you are going officially?
Yep.
All right. I got Tampa Bay. Obviously, with Tom Brady returning, some things kind of changed. They're still in the let's go now. Their defense is decently sound. Their offensive weapons are still there. And one's recovering from injury. And their wide receiver. Offensive line is pretty damn good. I think I'm going to stick with... Now, I am hopping between kind of two people right here. I think I'm gonna go with the one I do believe it's gonna be. I think they're gonna go Andrew Booth Jr. I think they're gonna put another corner up out there, and with the potential, that's a big boy right there. I think he's like 6'1", 6'2". He showed some major flashes. He did fall off. He had a little bit of a rough start last year, and then kind of like what Clemson did, they turned it on, and he was part of that turn on too. So we're going Andrew Booth. You got them Packers again.
Boom. We're going to go.
This is one person. You better pick it. Let's see if we're on the same page.
Yeah, I think they got to get Treylon Burks. Is from my Arkansas.
You
team.
like Arkansas. That's the
Yes,
wrong
sir.
one. But, yeah, I see it.
Who you going, Jimmer? Moore?
No. Johan Dotson.
Yeah, I don't.
I really think I watched that man play,
I know.
and I think that would be a steal.
I wasn't as impressed as you, so. It's all right. Plus, I'm turning into an Arkansas guy.
You are an Arkansas guy. Just ride with that. Don't say you weren't impressed.
We're going
Johan
Burks.
Dotson was the only receiver they had, dude.
Right. Exactly. That's the thing.
So that should be impressive. But I'm with you. All right. Treylon Burks it is. He's a big boy, too. So
Yeah.
6'6", I think.
They need that with Devontae being gone, so.
Yep. Treylon Burks it is. What do you got for the Chiefs for the first of back-to-back picks?
Yeah. Gosh. You know, I could see them going wide receiver or the kid from Florida.
Jermaine Johnson?
No.
Or Florida State?
Elam.
Yeah, I could see him going either one. I guess it doesn't.
They need defense, and they need defensive now.
They do, and
Yeah.
I know we want to do a receiver, but if they believe in old boy, their quarterback, they need.
So that's where I was going. I was going to say, I think they're going to be like, we paid you this much money. You've got some guys there. Use them, and they're going to help out their defense because everything in that division got better, including on the offense. So they need to stop people. So they're going to go Elam, cornerback from Florida.
I like it.
I have their next pick, and they're going to go defense again. And that is going to be... See, I'm a real big fan of Nakobe Dean. I don't think they're going to do it. I think they should do it. Anyone that needs defensive help should have this guy. But I think they're going to go Jermaine Johnson II from Florida State, edge rusher. That's where I'm going. Yeah, Cincinnati over there.
Jermaine Johnson is who you just said, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So, for the Bengals, we have, once my shit refreshes. Boom. There we go. So, I think the Bengals need a cornerback. I think they're going to go Daxton Hill right here.
Daxton Hill from Michigan.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm with you. I think they need corners too. I think they address their offensive line heavily.
A lot of it, yeah.
I'm not saying you still can't take more. I just don't think they need to rush it now like they needed to because they address so heavily. So I'm with you. Yep.
Okay.
And you got the Lions for the last pick, baby.
So I would think if they made it here, I think they would go Kenyon Green myself, Bengals. Another guy that's flying up draft boards at the moment, but I think
stick your nuts out right here. You know they're not going to do it.
They're gonna go get a linebacker, Nakobe Dean. They cut Trey Flowers. They cut Jeff.
That's not where they're going.
Yeah,
that's where they should go.
So
I'm with you.
Javonte Tavis or whatever, they cut him too.
That's not what they're going to do.
I think linebacker is a need.
What word?
They're going to take a quarterback.
I'm with you. Dude, yes, I think they will take one. I don't think.
I wouldn't put it past them.
I'm with you. I believe they should. I just told you about Nakobe. I think they should.
Yep.
That's a great pick. I don't think that's what they're going to do.
Yeah.
I think they're going to. I think they're dumb enough to
go for a QB.
Go for a quarterback. Now, whichever one you feel
if
is
he's there though. Fuck, it'd be hard not to, right?
Who?
Nakobe,
yeah.
No, it's a steal.
Yeah.
Getting rid of who they got rid of.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I could definitely see him. I wouldn't go Sam Howell. I mean, like I said, I would go like a Corral or I don't even know if I'd go Ritter here.
I think they would go Ritter.
You'd have to go Ritter, right?
I mean, it depends on.
I guess
who
Corral.
they fell in love
I guess
with.
I like
Corral.
Corral.
Whoever they fell in love with.
Yeah, you played in the SEC.
Yeah.
Yep.
Whoever they fell in love with, I could see either.
If you want to go with your dude, I just mean like who I believe they're really gonna do.
Right, I could see him definitely doing that. I'd say go Nakobe Dean. Yeah.
Okay.
Because of who they got rid of.
Yep.
Yeah, this quarterback classes. Because then
So bad.
Carson Strong, like you could get him in the fucking 4th round or something, right? Like way later, so you wouldn't go there. So I get where you're going, Rio. Yeah.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah.
And that's where we ended up there. We will get her posted on our socials. We just knocked out our first together NFL mock draft.
Yes, we did.
I think it went pretty smooth. I think we were pretty close to on point with a lot of stuff, actually.
Yeah.
Mine's still loading on that part. But we are to that type of hour there, Rio.
That you know it. Rio's Randoms, brought to you by Bo's Power Washing out of Belmont, Iowa. Hit him up for all your cleaning needs, lawn care needs, snow removal needs. He's actually in studio tonight.
Yeah.
Our guy Kevin Beauchart. Hit him up at 641-903-1720. So for my first one tonight, would you rather have no nose or no arms?
Nose.
No nose. No nose. The smell, like your nose is clogged probably a few days a year, anyways. Dude, no arms is
just realize no nose means you probably don't have taste either. Because it's all in there together.
Connected. Ooh,
yeah.
Well, kind of. You can still kind of taste something with a plugged nose.
If you don't have smell, you don't have taste, man.
That's not 100% true.
It's probably going to be messed up for sure.
It won't be the same.
I'm just trying to help, think.
Okay,
juice her up a little bit.
Let's flip it on the fly here. No legs or no arms?
Ooh.
Damn.
No legs. No legs.
Yeah.
No legs, I think, is where I'm leaning.
No legs.
Yeah, no legs. If I couldn't do something with my hands, God. The legs would suck too, don't get me wrong. I'd have to go no legs.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
I'll wheelchair the shit out of this. Let's rock this.
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Is that where you're going?
That's probably where I gotta go too. I'm
I
already
thought you were
missing.
going
What
like
would you
no
have
nose,
done?
no ears.
Nose or arms?
Nose.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
probably
okay.
nose. We're all probably. And number 2 for tonight, best ice cream flavor topping.
This is a good
Fudge.
Oh yeah, dude, fudge is really good.
Fudge, I'm going.
one. No.
Ooh.
So my easy go-to, like very easy go-to, is
Steak.
Oreo.
Oreo's pretty good. Yeah.
Oreo. So
Yeah.
there's a reason why like McDonald's only carries like one topping for their McFlurries anymore, and it's always been Oreo, right? Or it was a different brand of type of cookie, but I've always liked the Oreo
good.
shake. So
Yes, that's pretty good. Fudge is good. Probably close to 1 or 2, but so I don't like to eat this by itself, but I like to eat it on ice cream, and that's a Heath bar.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
The crunch and stuff like that.
yeah.
It's not like I wouldn't go out and buy the candy bar, but for some reason I love it on vanilla ice cream.
Yeah.
Okay. If we're just talking about the greatest ones ever, it'd just be the banana cream pie.
You just wanted to say cream pie. You've been waiting for that this whole episode.
No, I've been preaching this to you, right? You remember that? I was
No.
talking to you and Sam about that Dairy Queen.
Trying to give Danny a
that-
cream pie.
yeah.
No, that one or banana cream pie or the s'mores.
The s'mores one is what you
The
talked about.
s'mores is the one I preach all the time.
S'mores what?
S'mores, what do they call them over there?
Yeah, what do they call my Dairy Queen? It's not, obviously not McFlurry, but whatever, the same thing as a Dairy
Oh
Queen.
yeah, Blizzard.
Blizzard. Yeah.
Yes, and I'm telling you, that
Okay,
s'mores
yeah.
one is legit.
Butterfinger
Yeah.
is where it's at, to be honest. So,
It's okay.
yeah.
Whoa,
Yeah, it's okay.
there's so many toppings to go, but don't say
Yeah,
Butterfinger
it's
is
okay.
okay.
It's not.
Don't say Butterfinger's okay.
Top 5
Yeah.
for sure, Rio.
It's all right. I mean,
It's aight.
it's alright, but
Go
I
with the
mean,
Heath
I'm not.
bar.
I'm not
Get
like,
outta here.
man, I
Over
want
Heath bar.
Butterfingers.
Heath bar.
Now, Butterfingers is something I
Reese's?
would eat. Like, I would go out and get a candy bar and eat
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
but like just to dump on my ice cream, I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, if you were an athlete in NFL or NBA, would you rather play on Thanksgiving or Christmas?
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. Family time on Christmas is that's still
Big time,
that's
yeah.
a pretty big time deal for us. I mean, I love Thanksgiving. My wife does one hell of a layout and everything like that, but yeah. I think it's weird that sports are actually on Christmas.
Yeah.
I do. I think it's one of those weird things that they do. I know the NBA does it. It's a big old deal. They name the Christmas Day games
Yeah,
before the season starts. I understand that, but
yeah.
I still think it's weird to see sports on Christmas.
Yeah.
Kind of there too, unless I was the first game on Thanksgiving. Then I'd say fuck that shit and I'd play on Christmas. I feel like
Why?
that. I don't know. For some reason, the first game is I just never really pay attention to on Thanksgiving.
Wasn't the Cowboys game the first game this year?
No, it was a middle game.
It's always the middle game. It's
Yeah.
always Detroit is the first
Yeah.
one.
Okay.
Yeah, it was that first one, and I just feel like I never pay attention to it myself, so it always kind of gets left out.
Okay. I
And
got you.
so-
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you want to do that one sooner than you get back? Especially if you're
Then you
playing
could
for
still have the
Detroit, then you
holiday.
can go home and still eat Thanksgiving dinner with them.
Yeah, maybe, but
It's all about you then?
Yeah, it's
It's all about you at that point?
Obviously, the question is all about me.
Otherwise, if you always play on Thanksgiving, you could be a Lion, right? So there's that too.
Yeah, I don't know. Either way, I'd probably be okay
Or a
with
Cowboy.
whatever I'd be.
Or a Cowboy.
That's true.
That
I'd be
sucks,
The only
yeah.
two teams.
I think the Ravens
So.
play a lot on Thanksgiving now.
Good
As a
enough
Sunday
to
night
beat the
as a
Vikings.
game. Stop
Till
it.
Son of
next
a
year.
bitch.
With the backup, shitty quarterback.
Please, for the love of God, Skull Vikings.
And that's what I have for Rio's Randoms tonight.
Well, we didn't talk about this before, but whose God makes sense tonight?
Ah.
Coming off the old journal. Go ahead,
All
Jimmy.
right. We toss a few out here.
I did tell Sam about the one you had the other day with your dad. It was so good. It was so good. I couldn't resist.
That one was pretty good.
Yeah,
that one just came to me kind of on the fly. I mixed in with the different one I had. So we will go with maybe I want to save that one. I want to save this one for Miles because it has to do with Miles.
Oh.
So we'll wait for that
so
one.
Fucking make him listen.
We'll do.
Yeah. Then he's got to listen to it.
Yeah.
Okay. So
A guy we know.
a guy
Love
we
you,
know
Miles.
that has also ran a certain segment here called The Miley Show. Don't know his first name.
Mm-mm.
When I started at the wonderful Zimpro, I started there as a temp.
Can we talk about how when you guys started talking about work shit, you would never talk about where you worked or who it was, and we've evolved to you guys don't give a rat's ass.
Well,
anymore.
first off, I don't give a rat's ass. But secondly, this one isn't actually bad about Zimpro.
Okay.
This one's actually has to do with my first day.
All right.
So I get walked through. I think I'd already done like an interview walkthrough like the week prior to that or a couple weeks before that. And they walked me through, and then we
Give you a pair of knee pads.
No, not yet. They break you into that before they just sodomize. See, now you had to tell me that now I had to go negative on them. See? So we stop at what is considered the export area. Now back then that was actually a pretty busy job up there. Now it isn't so much. Everything's kind of pre-done, right?
Yeah.
Back then it was not. They didn't use their brains. They actually would label bags afterwards, after you filled them with 55 pounds worth of product in them.
Makes sense.
Because we just like keep making them all floor stock, just generic. And then when an order came in, then we'd put labels on, which tears apart your body. Regardless. Walks me over, the lead, and he's like, hey, this is Miles, and this is, what is his name? He's Kevin. No. Mm-mm. It was Kevin's protege.
Oh, his buddy?
Yeah. The beer that would pour it on the one. That's another one. Oh, my God. I got another one for later. Oh, my God. That one's good. No, either way, it doesn't matter. There's two other guys sitting there working, and they were sewing bags. And the lead looks at me, and he says, right here, this is where you're going to work. And I go ahead and follow exactly. He didn't give me any instruction other than follow what these guys are doing. They've been doing it for a week or so. They know exactly what they're doing. Okay. One of them was Miles. These were bags that didn't have like glue on them. So they weren't like running through sealers back then. They were just open flap, and then we'd have to sew them. So there's so many stories with that, just that sewing machine in Miles. But we're sitting there doing these, and evidently something was wrong with them. I don't know if they were in the wrong bag or something. I was brand new, so I don't know. So you had to take the product was inside a plastic liner, which they used to put, and then the liner would get tied and stuffed into this bag, this paper bag that you would eventually sew. So our job was to transfer those plastic lined product bags into a paper bag, into a new paper bag. Like I said, don't know what was wrong. I don't know if it's the wrong batch number on there. I have no idea. So we're sitting there pulling them, and we're putting this bag over the top of the old bag and dumping it so the plastic liner would go in to this bag. After a couple, I'm like, I told him, I was like, I don't mean to question you guys. It just doesn't seem right. Like, why would we now try to envision that the top of the bag inside the plastic one is tied around and knotted, but we are sticking the new bag over the top of the paper bag, and now we're flipping that and transferring that plastic full bag into the other one.
Yeah, that's weird.
Where does the top spout go if you just do it just that way?
On the bottom, yeah.
On the bottom.
Yeah.
What, the customer's not own a fucking knife or what?
Hey, I'm with you. I'm with you on that part. But
Yeah, no, I get it.
we're sitting there doing this, and I'm like, this doesn't seem. No, this is exactly what we're supposed to be doing. And Miles is like running the show up here.
Hold on. I know Miles, so that is a scary thought on that statement alone.
He's like running the show up. Nope, this is exactly how we do it. And I'm the grandmaster at sewing and the whole works, and this is what we do. And Jerry, that was the other dude's name, Jerry. He's like, yeah, this is what we do, right?
Say that one more time.
Yeah.
How was he like?
Yeah, this is what we do right here. And then,
Perfect. I
he's
got
also the
that.
same
Perfect
guy
image.
that you know anything like it. He's the guy that will read you the newspaper, whether you want to hear it or not, at the break room, word for word. I know you've met someone like that. Guarantee it, somewhere in your life. And we're sitting there going, I'm like, all right, fine. You know, he literally told me, listen to exactly what you guys say. We do this all day long.
Yes.
I bet you we make at least 10 to 12 metric ton. That's 40 bags per pallet. So do the math on that. You're at 480 at least bags that we did.
Yeah.
55 pounds a piece. That's a lot of wear and tear, right? That hurts. That's a long 8 hours.
Yeah.
Come back in the next day. You guys need to redo all of those. Why in the hell would you put the spout at the bottom of the bag? I'm like, are you shitting me? Dude, I was about to quit. Like, that job sucked anyways at that point. Like, doing that. This is what I'm going to do all day. And then I have to redo the stuff we just did. From that moment forward, I looked right at him. I'm like, I will not be listening to you anymore. That's for damn certain. I run this show now. If I'm up here, I run this show. I am not redoing that shit like that anymore.
Oh, Miley.
What did he say?
Miles like, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, after you said it yesterday, it kind of made sense, like why in the hell we were doing that. But I was kind of sold on it, so I was already committed.
What the
Shit.
hell?
Like, come on, man, we could have salvaged so much.
Oh, my God.
Miles, we love you, but
Yeah,
That we do. We need
Damn,
another
son.
Miley show for sure. Episode
Yeah.
100 floating around
That's
soon.
right,
so
baby.
yeah,
couple weeks out.
yeah.
That it is.
Missing episodes and shit.
Words of wisdom, don't believe Miles on a lot of shit that he says.
Very big words of wisdom. If your name is Miles or Gregory, or you have no fucking idea, you're trying to hide from the government or whatever the scenario
Right.
is, maybe when they say you just listen to whoever's there, maybe it's okay to go ask a question.
Yeah, Troy, anything
Yep.
like that. So
Boy toy Troy. That's what I got, gentlemen.
yeah.
Beautiful. I love it. Well, it's about time to wrap her up. So, for those of you beautiful people watching or listening, and you just happen to stumble across us, make sure you subscribe to the podcast. It's available where, Jimmer?
Everywhere you can listen and watch podcasts. Spotify, Apple, Google, Facebook, YouTube, and quite literally everywhere in between.
Beautiful. I love it. And if you got a story to tell, let me tell you this. It all goes down.
Where Hope Solo did not send her pictures, our DMs, you go ahead and hit us up. Any story, we'll get it out there to all the folks that want to hear it. We'll get it out to them, and we'll laugh. They'll laugh. Make sure you go into Gentleman's Way in Garner, Iowa, if you want your next haircut to potentially be on us. Get a haircut from him, and we're going to pull a raffle here probably at the end of this month, I'd imagine, and your next haircut could be on us. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
good
we'll do
stuff.
And Ryan does a damn good job.
That he does. Few things in the works coming up. I think 2 interviews next week. Oh, 3. I think we have a guest in-studio guest next Friday. So tune in next week for some more interviews. I hope y'all are enjoying them.
Yeah, definitely. Well, hey, we'll get out of here. Thank you, everybody, for listening. This is 3 Gig Sports.
We out.
I've been writing